Hello, welcome you all to our family of BioGoogle. Okay, in today's session, let us start a new concept, a new chapter, that is molecular basis of inheritance. Okay, so from today onwards, you will find next concept or next video in this chapter. Okay, so if you are new to our channel BioGoogle, please do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon and click that all option, so that whenever I post any new video, you will get a notification, right? So from today, you will get a complete updates of the classes of the chapter molecular basis of inheritance, right? Without wasting a time, let us move on to the chapter, that is molecular basis of inheritance, right? So in a previous chapter, that is principles of inheritance and variation, we have discussed about inheritance. Principles of inheritance means what were the rules for the inheritance, what were the patterns of inheritance. Then let us recall what is inheritance. Let us recall what is inheritance. The question is, what is inheritance? So imagine we have two generations. One is parent generation, two people, imagine a couple. So to them they have a child, So here some of the characters from these parents have transferred to the offsprings. Some of the characteristics, maybe the color of the parents, maybe the height of the parents, maybe the similarities of the body parts like eye, ear, etc. So whatever the characters present in the parents have transferred to the offsprings. So the phenomenon of transfer of characters from one generation to the next generation is known as inheritance. Just some characters have transferred from father to son, mother to son, father to daughter, father to son, like that. This inheritance, the transferring pattern, is known as inheritance. Okay, our chapter is meant for studying the molecular basis of inheritance. It means we must understand the molecules. Understand the molecules which are responsible for this inheritance. Okay. In that chapter we have discussed about the pattern of inheritance. But today in this class we will study about the molecules which are responsible for the inheritance. Okay, that's the thing, it's called molecular basis of inheritance. Okay, then the question arises, what are those molecules which are responsible for inheritance? What are those molecules which are responsible for inheritance? We have seen chromosomes. Chromosomes are made of chromatin. Chromosomes are made of chromatin, and we should also know the chromatin is of two types. One is euchromatin, other one is heterochromatin. Right. So here, but the chromatin in turn is made of again smaller beaded like structures known as nucleosomes. Actually, there is another level which is known as a solenoid, another level which is known as a solenoid. Each solenoid contains 6 beaded structures known as nucleosomes. And lastly, each nucleosome is made of proteins wrapped by DNA. Each nucleosome is made of a core of proteins, histone proteins wrapped around by the DNA. So now DNA is the molecule which is responsible for inheritance. DNA is the molecule, the major molecule which is responsible for the inheritance of the characteristics from parents to the offsprings, right? So this is all about our discussion in this chapter. Okay, the whole chapter will take us around the DNA world. But along with discussion of DNA, we will also discuss about some concepts about RNA. Maybe the synthesis of RNA, maybe the types of RNA, or the changes taking place during the RNA in prokaryotes as well as in eukaryotes. That is the main theme of our chapter, that is molecular basis of inheritance. Okay, and in this video we will just go through the concepts what we are going to discuss in this complete chapter. Means just we will make a list of the concepts, means what are the concepts we are studying in this chapter. Okay, so firstly we will understand how DNA is confirmed as a genetic material. Okay, so that is search for genetic material. Search for genetic material. Search for genetic material means how search means experiment, a project, a process, or any mechanism by which it is confirmed that DNA is the genetic material. Okay, here we will study about the Griffith experiment, that is transformation, and every MacLeod-McCarthy experiment about the biochemicals of the plants and animal cells to find out DNA as genetic material, and the Hershey and Chase experiment by using bacteriophages. All 3 experiments we will study under this concept, that is search for a genetic material. Okay, after this we will study in detail about DNA. So DNA. Okay, so let us write down the full form of the DNA, that is a deoxyribonucleic acid. Nucleic acid. Okay, so we will study all about the DNA. Okay, for example, here we will discuss about the structure of DNA. Structure of DNA. Not only structure, we study about the composition of DNA. Composition of DNA. Composition means chemical composition. Means what is the chemical composition? What are the chemicals present in the DNA? And nextly, we will discuss about the replication of the DNA. Replication of DNA. And next, we discuss about types of DNA. Types of DNA. Like alphabetically, they have been assigned some types based on the features about this structure. So we will discuss about the types of DNA also. Okay. Nextly, we study about the packaging of the DNA. Packaging of DNA means how DNA is wrapped, coiled to form a chromosome. Means multiple levels of coiling of the DNA to form a chromosome. Right? This is all about the DNA what we are going to study in this particular chapter. Right? Next to this, we will study about the RNA. Okay, the next concept would be the RNA. So we study all about this RNA, mainly here RNA chemical composition and structure. Composition and structure. Composition and structure means what are the chemical components present in the RNA and what is the structure of the RNA. Next we study about the types of RNA. Types of RNA, maybe mRNA, maybe tRNA, maybe rRNA, like that we study about the types of RNAs. Okay, after this studying DNA and RNA, we have to go through the next concept, that is transcription. That is transcription. Transcription, nothing but the process where DNA is converted into messenger RNA, DNA to mRNA, the process known as transcription. Okay, after this we will study about a language of the molecules, language of the molecular biology, that is known as genetic code. Genetic code means like our language, English, Kannada, Hindi, whatever, the molecules also have a language. That language is known as a genetic code. With respect to genetic code, we also study about the mutations. We also study about mutations. And next concept we are going to study is translation. Translation here means by transcription DNA converts into mRNA. By translation, the mRNA which is present in the cytoplasm will become a protein. Means protein is synthesized from mRNA. Proteins are synthesized from mRNA. Okay, that is a translation. Okay, next the process of transcription, translation altogether is known as gene expression. Means DNA nothing but gene. DNA is nothing but a gene. The expression is nothing but synthesis of the protein. Okay, that is called gene expression. Right. So here we will study about how this gene expression is regulated. How this gene expression is regulated. That is a regulation of gene expression. Regulation of gene expression means there is system called operon. In that we are going to study about lac operon. We are going to study about lac operon, right? And another important concept is the Human Genome Project. Human Genome Project. It means genome. What is it? The question is, what is genome? Hope you all know that we have 46 chromosomes. We refer to as the diploid number. And one pair is haploid, 23. It is haploid. Right? So the total amount of DNA present in the haploid set of the DNA is known as genome. Okay, whatever the length of the DNA, amount of the DNA present in this haploid set of chromosomes, means 23 chromosomes of human beings, is known as a genome. Okay, so in this we will study about how the genome is been analyzed. What are the number of genes present in a human body? What are the types of genes present in the human body? I mean, which chromosome has highest number of chromosomes? Sorry, which chromosome has a highest number of genes? Which chromosome has a least number of genes? Like that we study all about the human genome in this Human Genome Project. And lastly, in this chapter we will study about a very important, technologically important aspect, that is DNA fingerprinting. DNA fingerprinting. It means to identify the suspected person by using the DNA samples. To identify the suspected person by using a DNA sample, maybe the sample of the hair, sample of the any body part, skin, etc. So we analyze all that by using the DNA sample. The process is called DNA fingerprinting. Okay. So this is all about the index of this chapter, that what we are going to study in this particular chapter. Okay. So again I am telling, you will get one video in one day, so that we can listen to the channel as we are listening to the everyday classes. So I am suggesting you better subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon, so that you will get a notification when I post a video. And one more thing, if you have any confusions regarding this, okay, not only regarding this, any concept of biology, just add a comment over the comment section, add a DM over the comment section, so that I will be able to reach you very soon by the relevant answers which is responsible, which is required for your study. Okay. And the main theme of this chapter is to enable you people to crack your NEET examination, enable to crack your NEET examination. Okay. So from next video onwards, from next class onwards, you will get one question for every video. So the class starts with the question of the day. The class starts with the question of the day. It means we will have a question at the beginning of the video. So we will go through the question, what was the question, and what will be the possible answer, exact answer for that particular question of the day. Then we will move on to the concept of that. Okay. So it feels better to understand the concept as well as the question of that question. Either we will put a question at the beginning of the class, or we will find a solution for that question at the end of the class. Okay. Means we must be able to find the answer for the questions, NEET questions, out of our class, so that you will be able to reach your goals by achieving the NEET paper. Okay. So that's all about the topic, that is molecular basis of inheritance. Okay. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Nothing lost if you press on that subscribe button, red colored button. So you people will be very grateful. I'll be very grateful if you press on the subscribe button. Right. So without wasting time, let us conclude the video, and I will go with the next concept, the first concept of the chapter in the next video. Okay. So tomorrow we will come with a concept, that is Griffith experiment, that is in the search for genetic material we will go with the Griffith experiment. Okay. Till that, keep learning. Again I am telling you, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. If you have any more doubts, and add that question in the comment section, so that I will be able to reach you back. Okay. Thank you.